Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we have one goal, and one goal only, to make sure that every Wincon our opponent has will be removed from their deck and they cannot win the game. Oh, this will be fun for one of the players. Only one of them. I think we can take the damage. Of course we can whale, but we want to make sure that we can counterspell. We have lands, we are fine with the current situation. If they don't put more into the board, we are, absolutely fine. If they put something, we just counter it. And it's still great for us. Like, everything is great for us. So we will see. They seem to be playing a lot of like hasters and aggro creatures. I'm a little bit surprised with this one. Oh man, this is the dream. Listen, do you want to play it again on the next turn, wasting your draw? This is like such a Dimir strategy, man. They are not happy, they still want it. And then we will de-end it, which means that it won't happen for the rest of the game. So they won't have Nemesis, they will use all of the mana except one potentially. And sure, here you go. They might have Burst Lightning, that's something we need to keep in mind. Let's see if they have a play. They wasted already a lot of damage, so I hoped for a bit of a pump. For on 1 mana they cannot kill Nemesis, so we will exile all Nemesis from the whole deck. But this always makes me anxious when I see so many red creatures just hasting into my face. But I think we are fine. They only have one pump spell and one removal that won't be very, meaningful, at least for now. We definitely play here. I want to stock up, man. Okay, we want a land for the next turn for the whale. So let's take a swamp. Counter... Come on. Like, we already have a lot of consult the star charts. So we will just go with this. With whale, you can tank everything, man. And they already lost the big card. This card is so annoying. Because you kinda need to block it, but you don't want to block it. I mean, you know it. You know it. Without it, the deck feels so much easier to handle for us. And I think we're in a great spot, so I won't really tap out right now. We'll just chill. With counter spells, we can counter whatever they will play. If they don't punish us, we play the whale. And they know it because we highlighted it. Honestly, I really like the whale. It is basically 2-in-1. It gives you defense early game and a Wincon late game, and because of the wording, it's so annoying to deal with, especially when you have counter spells, especially that they are mana based. So our opponent can deal 5 damage with Frenzy, but they need to pay 6 mana. I think 5, right? Because 1 creature attacked on this turn. It's not about how many are tapped, but how many attacked. And now they need to still pay 6 mana. And with this, honestly, they cannot do much anymore. And I'm not even casting Monument because we probably will play this into a counter spell or something. They need to pressure us, but they have no way, and their best card is gone, and it's just a start. Like, we will exile way more. Let's counter it. Can I... Wait. We have 7 mana. Wait. I can do this? This is so good. If they didn't like 1 whale, well, they probably want like 2 whales. This one is tapped because it entered not on our turn, but it will be untapped very, very soon. And they cannot do much. I think they should attack and just try to find a new card, but it's probably not good enough to beat 12-12 with double warding. Yep, they are going for the play. So 1 creature attack, it's 3 mana, 5, so they can exactly deal 6 damage here. You know what? I can just go like this. I will do the block on the next turn. Here they cannot really threaten us. As you can see, they don't even try to pump this creature, and it's only getting better for us. And in fact, we will just go with double whale. This is a 2-turn lethal. I know you like mono red just dying, especially some higher mythic mono red. That's always fun. So let's see the draw. We have basically, in a way, infinite cards when we play those. So I think we can start with the first one and we see what we get. On 3 mana we still have some nice answers. We will take the cheap interaction because we can close the game on the next turn. I could tap them fully. And then force to block with Percussionist. I think it's worth it. The fact that we have Marang here is huge. Them basically ending the turn on this means that they only can deal 3 damage. So they're not getting any real value on this turn. They kinda need to wait with this to block. And that means they lost the game because we just kill it. And that means 12 damage. And that's how it disassembles some mono-red players. And they get the card after the game ended. So far I really like this Dimir. It feels so cool. They have the Siren, and we might be forced to use Consult the Star Charts to hit a land, which is not exactly what you want. This card is so good, you don't want to waste it. If we bounce it, they will just replay this. And as you have seen, they didn't invest mana into this attack. They want something else probably, and they can cast it on our turn maybe even. Sure. They got the land really good for them. And we could counter the next one. It slows the damage. I think we go for it, man. Not amazing, but you know, it's still a card that they really like. We whiffed. Not good. Not good. If we whiff more, we are out. Alright, we hit at least this one. But of course, that was our whole turn. Our opponent has full, like, you know, full control over what is going on in the game. And they're also in pretty good board position. Like, they will add to this, don't you worry. So they can already attack, hit one of our stuff, probably Deadly Cover-Up. The whole point will be, can we get to 4 and 5 mana, which is like our big plays. We got to 3 with some real pain. And I mean, you know how it goes. Like, you probably also have games with, like, you know, 2 or 3 lander and you just cannot hit the next lands. Like, it happens a lot to all of us. And here's your honk for the day. So they took the end, the only card that we could use to remove a creature on the next turn. Unfortunately, we whiffed again. Oh boy, this is brutal. But at least we can get rid of one of the cards. I will go with the bat, you know. They can find something else, but the situation is exactly the same. Spell Pierce. What can you do? You know, we have one play to make, we don't have more mana. We don't play in many of those, but we actually managed to hit it immediately, which is really bad. I don't think we'll exhaust so quickly. I think we need to go another whale. Like, missing land for 3 turns is probably never a good idea. And now they have Reef to make it even more problem. I think we are gone, man. Like, I don't think we can solve so many problems when we missed literally 3 turns in a row. We're making small plays, but they're not, like, meaningful. We cannot make a real threat. And they got rid of the bat already. That's an interesting one. Still no lands. I will not get them. It's just 1/4 of the deck. So, you know, one of those games. I know you could think that maybe we should go for the Monument. But this will take so long before we mill them that we'll just die on board. So all the mana you will invest will be completely wasted. It only makes a difference when you win the game. Until that point, it's just, you know, doesn't matter. Fortunately, we managed to answer it, and that's huge. I swear, if they have Spell Pierce, I'm literally conceding the game. Alright. I could wait until they mill, but it's not a great idea, I think. Another turn, another mana screw. I think it's like 5 turns in a row. Our aggro opponent literally doubles us. There's no point in getting rid of the Sirens 1 damage. So if we bounce it and it gets the map token, it actually deals more damage. Oh my god, do we really go for the Monument? Okay guys, this got to a point where, I mean, I might be playing like this for the next 5 minutes. On 3 lander. Stay tuned if you want to know if Sloth will ever draw a next land. And Saboteur is definitely not my favorite. It's worded, so it will be a huge pain to whale. That's why we have Deadly Cover-Ups that will never go through, because our opponent has basically built an entire city while we are trying to hit the 4th land. 1 Kaito gone. And how is it possible? We are still missing. Come on, and this one is rogue, so of course we cannot shoot the sheriff yet. That's as bad as it gets. We can try to get rid of Saboteur in a very weird way with Monument, so I'll take it. Like, we won't get anything better than this. And we want to do it now before Kaito can, do the Kaito thing. And unfortunately, because we are not able to play any card, like, before we cast Vendetta, our opponent will basically, mill the whole deck by this point. So we have to roll with it. It's not, like, Spell Pierce still hard counters stuff right now. We take 1 damage. However, if we get rid of Saboteur, this helps a lot. Because that's the most damage. Okay. Let's see if they can draw the card at instant speed. Guys, I think there is a chance we'll draw the 4th land during the game. Crazy stuff. It had to be the pay land as well. That's not great. So we could get rid of Kaito from the whole game. I think it honestly is worth it. I mean, if they play Kaito, yeah, we are getting hit so hard. I think this is the play. And let's see if they counter it. We name, after they know if they counter or not. Kaito. Always the bane of nightmares. As expected, full hand of removal, love to see it. We are solving one of the biggest problems with the whole deck, and we also see the hand, which is helpful. They can't really remove creatures easily. So basically we got them to a point where they have 1 Siren and 1 card. You know what? Believe it or not, I think we might win this. This is kinda crazy, but it feels like we are potentially winning it. I don't want to the end yet. Okay, this is huge. If they whiff here, I think we are really doing well. They can kill it with stab to prevent the... Alright, they got a counter spell, that's not amazing. I tell you, there is a legend that there is a 5th land as well, but don't tell anyone. So I think we have to kill this one. We still don't know about 1 card. Bro, I have 4 mana to their 8. That's not good. I think we need to shoot the sheriff here. Which means we cannot counter with 3 steps ahead, so, wonky. But it is what it is. We need to roll with this draw. This might be the worst draw I have had in a long time. And this is a really nice card. Fortunately, we can... Man, I managed to still get a value from this after being like 5 mana behind of my opponent. This is insanely good. Guys, like, tell me in the comments. I think we are fighting like seriously here. Like, this is as much as we can get from this draw. All right, I probably won't pay life anymore. Like, it's too painful. You guessed it. Okay, we have a counter spell, so there's something. If we can get into 6 lands... No way. We won, guys. We were stuck on 3 lands for like 6 turns, I think. And we still managed to win against one of the best decks in the format. You can tell me in the comments, do you enjoy this type of Dimir decks with like, extraction, like, some whales, like a lot of control, but with like some cool twist. I kinda really enjoy this so far, because you can name like so many cards, either with Vendetta or just remove something with the end, and you can just shape the game a little bit differently than usually. But I would love to hear you on this, if you like this type of style. I don't think we stock up. So first, for the first part, we just want to counter some spells to make sure that we have enough mana to make like the real plays. Right now we are on 3 mana, we can just cast 1 spell, and that's kinda it, so a little bit early for us. Let's go for this. Yeah, like, one of the reasons control decks play, like, for the late game and they are so passive early game is that you have so much value that if you have 40 mana, you can probably use all of it. I see blue, but it feels a little bit like some Kona deck. I'm not exactly sure what we are playing against. I will try. Let's see if this goes through. Alright, that was easy. Very interesting draw. I think we take 1 and 1. And by interesting draw, I mean we got flooded with 5 lands in a row, and that's really bad. That was not the turn of my dreams. Alright, you know, we'll take it. We'll take it. And I still will keep one reef, because it might be relevant later. I'm not sure what we are playing against, honestly. But we have some control over the game, so it should be kinda fine. We probably want to find one of the dragons, because it seems that our opponent is trying to go for a really long game. And this is probably a nice hit. Let's play Untapped Land. I don't want to stock up, because then I cannot double counterspell. This is way better. I honestly want them to play like some big stuff, so I can de-end it. But we can always name Vendetta. We can Deadly Cover Up. Or we can just go Whale already? Nah, it's too early. We have, what, 7 cards. We actually just chill here. As long as we have lands, we don't need to make a play. Because every turn we are stronger and stronger, and it's not like they have more than 7 cards. So we will start reacting when we cannot play the next land to get stronger for the next turn. Oh, and they're discarding. See? Not playing cards actually gave us value. I don't think I will go for the Whale, because then they will kill it, and I cannot counter. On 8 mana, this is way better play. And on 10 mana with double counter spell, it's a play that you absolutely love. Valgav. I did not see this art. This is kinda cool. And I kinda like it. Alright. So, now we will play the first Whale, and start pressuring them a little bit. Not sure exactly. Like, this is probably a Reanimator deck, right? Tapland is really good for us, because we want to pressure them on mana on this turn. And if we can untap with Whale, honestly, I think we can close the game from there. Or at least close to. Yeah, they're going for Zombify. Perfect. Man, we are doing it very nicely. So now we can counterspell. We do not need to Behold the Dragon. And because we have, I tell you, Whale is amazing. Like, this is one of the cards that is not appreciated enough. Like, this is 4-turn lethal alone, basically, and it's so hard to interact, especially if someone has counter spells, and we sure have those. And if they target it, we can also counter a spell and make another for 12 damage. Like, this scales really hard, and then you just finish them with Reef. On any turn, they tap. So even though we basically don't invest anything into Wincons, we have tons of Wincons. Oh, this one is tricky, because they need to pay mana later. Oh, this is a sneaky one. Alright, I think we go like this, man. Wait, can we get all of the modes? 3 plus 3? What? No way, man. Look at this. We copy this. They don't have enough mana. They cannot target it again. They have 3, which means that we literally get everything. I think it's Shoot the Sheriff. And now we actually know what cards to name. Zombify. And then they need to hardcast everything, or we can go for Arden and Valgavot probably. I don't think they have anything that goes around Ward. Nowhere to Run is too weak to kill it. Okay. That's not how the game works, my friend. You know, just top one, 1800s, no biggie. And the Shame Scoop in package. That's why I like the Whales. And man, this card is honestly so underappreciated. Well, I mean, we have Monument. We are dropping this bad boy on the next turn, and some of the decks actually cannot answer it. And no, don't you dare to duress me. Okay, Cooler is fine. I was sure this will be a duress, and it will take basically our only Monument. So that would be a little bit rough. But here, I'm dropping it. Like, this is too important of a card. Even if we take 2 damage from Cooler, which probably will be the case, I'm taking it. We can kill the next creatures. But normally, absolutely threatening. Here, just take what you want. We have 3 removal spells, and you can pick one of them. Interesting they went for this one. Honestly, stock up is amazing. But I think we can chill with Monument. I don't want to miss turns on this meal. We need to keep in mind that they have Coolers, so we can actually mill more, so they can replay them from the graveyard and deal tons of damage, which will be a bit of a problem. Huh. Well, that's a weird play, but it's the right one, because we have the whale, they know about it, so as long as they don't force us to use the whale on something else, we should be okay, I hope. Okay, bro? They're doing something here. And I could stock, if I can take, no, I cannot take this damage, it's too much. And Duress cannot hit the whale. So we will waste 1 mana, we cannot stock up. A very awkward turn, and we don't have a land, so I'm not sure if the next one won't be the same. And Warlock is also a bit of a problem. Alright, we need to draw something. Obviously, we go for the whale. Probably one of the best ways to get rid of the slasher. And yes, if they put it on top, you know what will happen. They will get milled and they are not taking their slasher. And I believe we milled another one as well. A slasher early game is so threatening because it deals so much damage. Like, if it hits you first, you suddenly have so little life total, but if it hits you like at 10, it just doesn't matter as much anymore. So you just want to avoid those first hits the most. Obviously you don't want to get hit later as well, but you get the idea. It's not as bad. I don't think they can draw a card at instant speed at the end step, so this should be milled. And we just need to deal with this guy. Alright, very good draw. Very good draw. That's super important. Now we can stock up and keep going. That's huge. And we probably need land, because we can actually win on 2 turns. So we probably just want to make sure that we have a land and the whale so we can protect ourselves. Then we Rupture. And then we Monument. This could be a very clean win. Yeah, I think this is the play. And we probably want to go Rupture, because they cannot duress the Monument, but they can duress the Rupture. So this might be the last turn. Do we? They won't attack with anything else. And we'll sweep the board. They don't know about it. Let's go. If they tap any mana for any interaction, I'm super happy. Because this doesn't really matter, it's just a distraction. What matters is casting Rupture on the next turn. We'll get tons of damage after we cast it, because they will get all the coolers from the deck. So this can be like 6 damage from Graveyard for 3 mana. Man, I literally wanted to play this card today. Like, you don't know it, but I actually tested a ton of decks today. And most of them just didn't work as I wanted, so we are going with Dimir today. But that was... Moment. But that was literally my card. I wanted to test it, but I never drew it. So as expected, coolers, but that means they are dead on the next turn, and I don't think they can deal 16 damage with this. And that's how we finish the game. Bro, we are doing well, alright? We are playing against Force of Will, so you know it's an OG. Which means that this might be a very hard game. Let's see what they play. Absolutely amazing. Like, Consult the Star Charts might be the best card though, or one of the best. I'm not sure if I like this more or Stock Up, but they are definitely both like super good. And we're against Dimir again. What a popular deck. So let's see what the play is. I really want to get rid of Kaito, or any chance that Kaito will happen on the next turn. So if that will be the only creature, we'll probably kill it. I think we can, right? Oh, the bat. Well, that's mean. That's just literally mean. Let's get rid of it. And they will see the hand, which is a bit of a problem. I think, okay, I'm thinking, because there is a phase. Before blocking, I can get rid of the Siren. So I can make sure that Kaito won't happen on the next turn, but it won't be free. So let's see how they play it. Because they declare attackers first. Then you already can Whale, but they cannot Kaito in response, because for ninjutsu you need to have a creature that isn't blocked. Which is kinda a big deal. Okay, this is huge. They missed. They wanted a land here, I think. So even though they get the counter, that's not the hit they wanted. And it might actually be the worst hit for them, so we might be ahead here. Do you want this on top of your library? At this point they are basically just tutoring the deck. I don't think they want this on top, because that means for 2 turns they won't draw a land. Or maybe they just hit one on the hand. Alright, I really hope they don't have it. But that's fine, because we are getting into a bit of a control. And this is annoying, but not a big deal. Maybe we just go consult the star charts? Wait, you know what? I think we go for the Exhale simply because this is the way to play Kaito. And I really don't want to deal with it. Especially until we can, you know, exile it from the deck, hopefully. Cecil will go through. And I want 2 cards with this, so we will just take extra damage. We have Whale, which is an extra card, so that's huge. Do we want to counter something? Our opponent sees 3 steps ahead, so they probably won't play into it. I think we just play like this, especially that we don't want to pay the life. And they still have something. Oh man. I want to draw those 2 cards super bad. Like, if you are playing against Dimir, it's such a rough matchup because everything is like you know, edge razor thin. You need to have every answer for their shenanigans. And sometimes you just miss. Okay, they are going for a huge swing here. You know what? This might work for us. They cannot really do more, so let's just take all the extra cards, see what we get. Deadly Cover. Those are good cards. But I'm not sure what... I think it's Marang. Just to keep going. But you really want this Deadly Cover-Up just to make sure that you can clear the board. And we can start removing cards from our opponent's deck, which is super massive. We can also play this. We can Evidence. Man, this... Okay, this was the turn. We did it perfectly. And see, it is a struggle, but once you start removing their Wincons and stuff, it becomes so much easier to handle. And do we care about Bat? A little bit? It's Bat or Sanctuary? I don't want to see any of those. I think Bat is more annoying. They have the Drowner, alright. And they cannot cast it. There is Trajectory, so we need to be careful on this one. But so far, so good. And we also got rid of one of the... How? Like, come on, how is this possible? I decided to not exile it, and instantly they get another copy. It's fine, Sloth. It's fine. So if we play this, they just tap it. Which means we probably need to counter this and draw cards. It seems to be a better idea. We could also try to block if they attack. They decided not to play it, which is really good. Yeah, exactly. Because now we play the Whale, and then they cannot really deal with it. Bro, we went so many places. Like, we won most of the game here. Sure, why not? Top 1000. So guys, tell me what you think about the deck. Did you like it? Do you like this type of shenanigans? We have 8 cards that can remove every Wincon. So most decks do not have 8 different Wincons. So we should be fine. And of course, well, just defending us and finishing a surprising amount of games, especially with 3 steps ahead. And of course, we still have the Rapture Monument game plan. So I hope this was fun to watch. Tell me in the comments because I really want to know. And just a huge thank you that, you know, you're enjoying the channel, watching daily. It means a lot to me, so I hope you had a lot of fun. And yeah, that's kinda it. Thank you to all the patrons that allowed this, you know, episode to happen. Thank you guys so much for your support. And yeah, that's it for today, and see you guys tomorrow.